Hello, my dear friends. Today I'm here to deliver a lecture on a topic optical fibers. All of you might have heard about this term optical fiber, and many times you have seen also in your home. Like when you apply for Airtel connection, nowadays the Airtel connection internet is only with the optical fiber and not with the coaxial copper cable. So the optical fiber has widespread applications in our life that we will discuss in our next lecture or if possible in the today's lecture. So first of all, let me make it clear, let me make you clear that what is an optical fiber. So optical fiber is nothing but it is as thin as human hair. Now you might be getting surprised that if it is thin as human hair, how it can be used in various applications. It is very easy. Actually, the whole fiber, the whole optical fiber, as the name suggests, optical mean light. So optical fiber is one structure, kind of hair-like structure, thin hair strand-like structure through which light propagates. Okay, so the basic structure of optical fiber is that it is made up of either glass or plastic, right? So it has main three parts. The first part is called core, and the second part is called cladding. The third part is basically jacket. Actually, there is one more part between cladding and jacket that is nothing but some strands of a material to give its hardness, just nothing more than that. Or it can act as a buffer also. I will explain each and everything. So when you imagine the fiber as thin as human hair, it is clear that the size of the fiber should be very small. Okay, so you will be surprised that the size of core may go from 8 micrometer to 20 micrometer in a typical fiber. You know what is micrometer? 1 micrometer equal to 10 to the power minus 6 meter. So it's very small. Then comes cladding. So it is the diameter of core. Let me make a diagram like this. Say it is core. I'm making somewhat broader, and not actually 8 micron if you see on this blackboard, but just to make you understand what is the size. Size is 8 micron, 8 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter. That is very small. You cannot see even clearly with the help of your eyes. So this size is nothing but core size 8 micrometer to 20 micrometer. Sometime in some books you may have read that it is 25 micrometer. It is 10 micrometer, no problem. This is a general size. It is made up of glass or plastic, right? If it is made up of glass, naturally it will have a refractive index. Let the refractive index of this glass is say mu1, right? Then there is a layer surrounding this core material, and that layer, this layer, this much layer is called as cladding. Okay, its typical size, mean typical diameter, ranges up to, you can say, 50 micrometer, right? Then there are some sort of strands of fiber strands of some polymeric material, right? And these strands in kind of threads, they are just to give it some sort of buffer from the outer atmosphere, or this material is sometime Kevlar, right? And then the outermost layer is jacket. So typical size may go up to 150 to 200 micrometer. So if you take the fiber as a whole, you will see that the total size up to the jacket is 150 to 200 micrometer, right? Just see what is the smaller size, that is core. Smaller size of the core is 8 micrometer to 20 micrometer. Then the second layer around it is of again glass or plastic, and its size is up to 50 micrometer, diameter is up to 50 micrometer. Then the third layer is 150 to 200 micrometer, known as jacket. Now what is the function basically? Actually, in optical fiber, this core is the heart of the fiber, right? The light propagates through this optical fiber or the core, actually core, due to a phenomena which is in optics called as total internal reflection, TIR, right? We will go into detail of this phenomena today so that you can understand how the light propagates through fiber. So this fiber, this core, basically core is only required. You will see in today's lecture that only core is required. Then why do we need this second layer, cladding, which is also made up of glass or plastic? Just because to give it strength, because 8 micrometer is a very small size. It can break easily, it can bend easily, right? Second, the third layer, jacket, is also made up of some polymeric material, right? Now in winter, we do wear some sort of jacket. Why? Because to protect us from the cold, right? Similarly, this jacket, which is made up of polymeric material, protects the fiber from mechanical abrasion. Okay, suppose it is the fiber is on a place which is rough, then there can be a mechanical abrasion between that surface and the fiber may get damaged. So this jacket protects the inner core of the fiber. Core is important. Core is the heart of fiber. If core is damaged, fiber is damaged. It is of no use, right? I will show you fiber within next 2 to 3 minutes. Actual fiber, which is nowadays used. Then the jacket also protects the fiber from atmospheric dangers like rain, lightning, etc. Right? If some acid is by chance it is incident or it falls upon the fiber, it protects the fiber. The jacket will be destroyed, but core will be safe. So core is the heart, as I already told you, and many times I will be telling you that core is the heart of the fiber, which protects the fiber actually, right? So this is the total structure of a fiber, any fiber, right? In detail, we will discuss there are few types of fiber like single mode fiber, multi-mode fiber, that is detail. But the construction of each and every fiber is just like this: core, then cladding, then some strands of Kevlar, like a polymeric material, to give it strength. Then the fourth or third layer you can say is jacket, which is used to give it strength, and that is also like it is kind of jacket which is made up of this layer is jacket, which is made up of some polymeric material, right? So now we will study what is total internal reflection, which is responsible for the basically working of optical fiber, or you can say how the light propagates through the fiber. Many times we are saying that light propagates through the fiber. How? So for that we have to first understand the phenomena of total internal reflection. So let us go back just into total internal reflection phenomena. Okay. So what is total internal reflection? You might have heard this phenomena, right? You have heard about a very important phenomena which is mirage. In Hindi we call it Mrig Trishna. Like a deer has some sort of a kasturi, a kind of fragrance in his body, but it moves from various areas to various areas in the search of that fragrance. That where is this fragrance coming from? Actually, that fragrance is inside that deer. Similarly, in mirage, we think that there is a water in the desert area, but actually there is no water. So that mirage phenomena is due to this total internal reflection. We will learn in our next lectures. So coming back to total internal reflection, let us say this is a boundary of a medium. Say this is denser medium, right? What is denser medium? I already told you in the last lecture. Let us say its refractive index is mu1, right? And it is rarer medium, and let us say its refractive index is mu2. Clearly, mu1 will be greater than mu2 because denser medium has higher refractive index and rarer medium has lower refractive index. Why? Very simple. When you write mu refractive index is equal to velocity of light in the air, the speed of light in the air to the speed of light in medium, right? When you say mu is high, mu high means denominator should be small. So Vm should be small. It means in a higher refractive index medium, light will travel with smaller velocity, smaller speed. You know why? Because the medium is denser, the particles or atoms will be closely packed, and the light means that is photon, which it will find its difficult way to pass through the light, right? That's why the Vm means speed of light in the medium will get decreased, and opposite is in the case of rarer medium. Okay, coming back to this is a normal, right, which makes an angle of 90 degree with the boundary. Now let us suppose that some bulb of light is here, right, and it is sending a light here. Now this beam is called incident ray, right? This is called incident ray. Now 100% this angle is called angle of incidence. So this light will go to this medium and it is going from denser to rarer. It will bend away from the normal. It will not go like this, like a straight line. It will bend away from the normal. So now this is angle R, right? Now do one thing. You just increase this angle. Mean you have to put the bulb not here, put it here. This is bulb now. Okay. Now clearly angle I is increased. What you will see that angle R will also get increased. This is say 40 degree, it is 60 degree, right? Now one miracle happens. What? When you increase this angle I by putting the bulb just a distance away like this, okay, mean like this at this place, then what would happen? I is also increased, then you will see that the refracted ray will go along this. Now R is 90 degree, right? Because as the angle is getting increased, angle of incidence, angle of refraction will also increase, and at a time, at a particular angle of incidence, which is called now critical angle. At this particular angle, angle of refraction in another medium is 90 degree, then this angle is called critical angle, right? Critical angle. So what is critical angle? Critical angle is that angle of incidence at which angle of refraction in another medium, this is denser, this is rarer, becomes 90 degree. Now the main thing which comes into picture. Now do you do one thing, very simple. Say this angle is 41 degree, right? Example. Now you just put your bulb at such an angle that it is just greater than critical angle, like it is 41 degree. Okay, critical angle is 41 degree. For this you just put it as at say 41.1 degree, right? 41.1 degree. Now you will see light is not refracted along boundary, it will come back into the same medium. This is a miracle. Now what is this? Whenever light goes into one medium and is back into same medium, what is that phenomena called as? I told you in last lecture, reflection. So now reflection is taking place, and because the light is coming back internally and totally, that is why this phenomena is called total internal reflection, right? So the light which is incident from the denser medium at the boundary is reflected back totally internally into the same medium. That is why this phenomena is called total internal reflection. But two points are very important. Number one, total internal reflection will happen only when the light is going from denser to rarer medium. So first condition is light should go from denser to rarer medium. What is second condition? Second condition is the angle of incidence should be equal to or just greater than critical angle for that particular medium, right? It is very simple. If these two conditions are met, then 100% whatever light you send from denser medium to rarer medium will never reach rarer medium. It will come back into the denser medium. It is 100% proven fact, and this phenomena is called total internal reflection. Now I will tell you how this phenomena helps the light to propagate into an optical fiber, Okay, so always remember two conditions, that light will undergo TIR, I will call it as TIR, total internal reflection, only when light is going from denser to rarer. Look at this, denser to rarer, denser to rarer, denser to rarer. Everywhere it is going from denser, not rarer to denser. And second condition, the angle of incidence should be greater than critical angle. If these conditions are met, total internal reflection will take place. And now I will tell you how this total internal reflection helps the light to propagate through an optical fiber. And I will not make jacket because that is not important here. I will only make core and cladding, that's all. And that also somewhat bigger so that the things are clear to you, right? So this is core having refractive index mu1, and this is cladding having refractive index mu2, right? Let a light falls upon the fiber end, one end of the fiber, and it enters the fiber, right? At this point, this is normal, right? Just see it, it is normal. Now, the refractive index or the critical angle is actually related with your indices, refractive indices. The manufacturer who manufactures the fiber gives you a data sheet along with the fiber and tells us what is the value of critical angle for this fiber. It means you have to put the light here, not at this angle, this angle. You have to put the light at a particular angle, right? And that particular angle will be given to you by the manufacturer data sheet along with the fiber from where you purchase the fiber, right? So Let us suppose this angle is somewhat greater than critical angle, right? Now, just see the condition. I told you earlier that refractive index of core is somewhat greater than mu refractive index of mu cladding, that is mu 2. Always remember, refractive index of core is high as compared to cladding, but not so high. Only difference is, say it is 1.512, then it is 1.480. Smaller difference will be there, but there will be a difference. The refractive index of core of the optical fiber will be higher as compared to refractive index of cladding, and this is the magic only. How? Just look at this. At this point where I am putting the marker, what is this? This is core. And beyond this point, what is this? Cladding. But I told you, core has higher refractive index. So it is denser medium. Anything which is having higher refractive index is denser medium. I've told you many times now. And cladding is having less refractive index, so it is a rarer medium. So just see, light is trying to go from this denser medium core to this rarer medium, but it will not go. Why? Because now light is going from denser to rarer. First condition satisfied, right? Now second condition was the angle of incidence should be greater than critical angle. I already told you, manufacturer data sheet, you can see that what is the angle, and you can put the light like this. So this angle is also satisfied, right? So both conditions are satisfied. Light will not go from this denser medium to rarer medium. No refraction take place. Only total internal reflection will take place and light will come back here, right? Now at this point again, this up to this point, denser medium is there and below medium is rarer. So light will again going from denser to rarer, right? First condition satisfied. This angle is again greater than critical angle naturally by geometry. So second condition is also satisfied, and hence light cannot go from here to this medium. It will reflected back into the same medium inside the core only, right? At this point again total internal reflection will take place, at this point again, and this point again, and ultimately light goes out from the other end of the fiber. This is how the light propagates. So what did you learn? You learned that by the phenomena of various total internal reflections, multiple total internal reflections, light travels from one end of the fiber to other end of the fiber. Now, why so hue and cry upon this that we are using optical fiber, we are using optical fiber? Why? What are the advantages? Are we mad that we are purchasing this optical fiber for so high cost, at so high cost, and instead of conventional copper cable, which is very, very cheap? Why do we are using this optical fiber? Why the people are going behind this optical fiber, that is optical fiber have to be used? Many times when you are going from the road, you might have seen on the sides of the road, particularly Indian roads which are dig every day, that they are laying OFC, optical fiber cable laying in progress. You might have seen that big red color or blue color bundle of wire. That is actually outer jacket. The fiber will be inserted in that lot of fibers, right? So this optical fiber is used in many applications. The first application is communication. Communication? How can we communicate with the help of light? If I will say like this, that this fiber is being used for communication, some will say that are you mad? How you can propagate your voice through light? Very simple. Have you seen your TV? Yes. Have you seen your dish? Yes. What actually happens? There is a cable, and this cable has a copper cable inside that. In dish TVs, particularly Airtel TV or Dish TV, where you have seen a dish installed on your top of your roof, right? So this in this, what is there? Current, electric current, right? Information is being carried by the current, but in optical fiber, what do we do? Very simple. Like, if I have to say something from this point, point number P1 to point number P2, this point will be called as transmitter, because it will transmit the signal from this station to this station, and this is your home, say. So this is receiver end, like receiver. Now see the beauty. If I have to say something, what do I use? I use a mic, right? When I use a mic, the voice is converted into an electrical impulse, and that drives the speaker, and we can hear that voice, right? So in this application, at the transmitter stage, when we say something, suppose I am a military person and I'm standing here, and this is another military station. Okay, so how will we communicate the message from one military station to another using optical fiber? A simple idea, not in detail, because in detail we will discuss each and every aspect, right? Which is in, I think, in the syllabus of 10 plus 2 in 12th class also in India, C.B.Sc syllabus. So how we will send the message, right? So when we are saying something, right, we will use mic. Okay, so there must be some sort of instrument which is also called a transducer, which converts that electrical signal coming out of mic into light signal. Okay, light is being produced. Can you give some example? Yes, one example is LED, light emitting diode. Have you seen this kind of structure? Red LED, black LED, might have seen. It is also in the remote top area. So this LED, when we give its power, okay, it glows, it gives light. This is simple. Otherwise, the system is complex. So this audio signal is converted into light. Now we take optical fiber, and this light travels from here, mean transmitter, to this end. Now at this end, what would receiver get? Light. This is a big problem. Now, is there any device which converts this light into again an electrical signal? Yes, there is a device which is called photocell, or LDR, light dependent resistance. Light falls upon that and it changes the value of resistance or current. Photocell, when light falls upon the cell, it produces current, right? You might have heard or you might have seen also. So here we will use some sort of photocell. It is simple only. Complex is very complex. So when photocell will receive this light, it will convert it into electrical signal. Now this electrical signal will be fed to speaker, and we can listen what did this speaker say right at the P1 transmitter station. Now, if some terrorist organization comes and tap into this, they will get nothing but light. This light is coded. They cannot decode it. Moreover, when they will pick the fiber, it will break because fiber is very thin. So the information secrecy is maintained, that is survived. This is the beauty of optical fiber. Moreover, one more thing and one last thing for you. If we say about channels, how many channels are there when you are using this type of cable? Conventional copper cable. 100, 200. But if you're using optical fiber for TV communication, you know how much channels they can carry? 10,000. It's very good actually. When the number of channels are increased, naturally the cost will be reduced. It is economical, right? There are some medical applications also we will discuss in later lectures. So this is how optical fiber has changed our life, how the light propagates through the optical fiber. So for today, I think it's sufficient for you, because sometime when the lecture is long, people get bored. So thank you very much and bye bye, and please subscribe to my channel if you are new, and also share to the knowing persons who are in your circle, so that knowledge flows and knowledge travels to another person. Thank you very much. This is an optical fiber. Just see if you can see it. It is very thin. This is optical fiber, right? No, this is not optical fiber. This is outer jacket. And inside that there is, if you can see it, there is basically it is jacket. It is very thin, as thin as human hair. Inside that cladding and then core. The core is the heart of the fiber, right? And this is the terminal which you can use in your internet cable, like internet modem. Okay, and this is another fiber which is also used in today's scenario. And in this you can see that they just take this out, like this will come out from this fiber. So this is the actual fiber which we are using. And many times if there are lot of fiber communication is there, then we use some sort of bundled cable. There are a lot of this kind of fibers are bundled together. Okay, thank you very much.